It's because I have a very strong personality. Like nobody can make me sweat.
Hmm.
Can't make me sweat. None of these comments do real damage to me. You know, it's all internet. So and know they can't with me in real life. You know, why y'all saying cap? How's it cap? If that's the case, I be on this crying every day. You know how much hate I get? I get hated on every goddamn day by people I don't know.
You do get a lot of hate.
You don't know what it's like to be in my shoes or be in my skin, bro. Y'all don't understand how strong of a mental you have to be at this level of like, I'm gonna just say it, celebrity.
Facts. Not even just celebrity, but also just as a content creator, right? As a content creator, what he's about to sit here and explain to you guys is all the shit that he deal with as far as on a daily basis on the media, and that people think being in his shoes just because he has millions of dollars, he's known, famous, and he does what he wants to do on his own time schedule doesn't mean that he doesn't deal with a lot of stuff that most people wouldn't be able to handle.
Fame, where that don't even know you hate your guts. It's very it's unexplainable. It's you don't understand it, you don't get it.
Yeah.
But since my life revolves around social media, I have to read these things. I have to experience these things. I have to acknowledge these things because in the midst of all the positivity I get, it's also a lot of negativity that I just can't hide from. So I read this,
Yep.
you know?
No matter who you are, if you have yourself on the internet, that's why a lot of people don't put themselves on the internet, and they don't want to because they're afraid to be judged or talked about. They're afraid to be judged and talked about. Bro, I get hate comments too every now and then, but then I also get good comments. It comes with the territory. When you put yourself online, people are going to try to come at you in a certain way to make you feel bad because they feel bad about themselves. Especially because you doing something that they know they're not going to do themselves online, right?
But it's like niggas hated Michael Jackson.
That's true.
Hate all the greatest of the greats. Hate all the greats. If you ain't got no haters, you literally not turned. Not turned. I don't expect people to I don't expect to be entertaining or loved by everybody. I feel like that's a negative effect.
You can't be loved by everybody. Like, you're going to have some people who don't like you. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing something that's polarizing, something that you stand for, or if you, like for instance, me, I don't subscribe to doing every single thing that most people will want to see me do. They quote unquote that deem me as not being corny, right? Because I'm not willing to go for a certain sting to sell my soul, to sell out for fame and get a bunch of money, to do this because I know this would get views. Like, there's certain things I have morals too, and so I'm not gonna do, right? It's the same thing with DDG. There's certain things he's not gonna do, or there's certain things that he might speak his mind about that he feels that he stands 10 toes on, and a lot of people might not agree. Like, for instance, one of his catchphrases is, "You don't got more money than me," right? You don't got more money than me. Most people will be like, "Bro, why are you always talking about money? Why are you?" Well, that's his lifestyle. That's what he knows, right? It's hustle, make money. He's been making money since he was young. He was a millionaire by the time he got out of school. His lifestyle and how he sees things is completely different compared to how we are as normal people.
As long as y'all with me, that's all I care about.
I just want to elaborate more on this conversation is that, yeah, man, when you put yourself out there and you somebody who's doing what you want to do online, people are always going to find something to nitpick. I don't know why, especially with guys. They'll comment on your channel, they'll comment on your content, and they'll critique something, but they won't give you anything as far as like valuable for you to improve on. But they just want to say your content sucks, or they want to say that they just some part they don't like you because they think you corny or whatever. Everybody thinks somebody is corny until someone gets on the camera. Seriously. Everybody's corny until you get on the camera and you put yourself on the camera. It's the reason why a lot of people don't do it, right? So if you somebody who wants to do content and who's inspired or who wants to, like, be in the front light of in front of a camera, then don't let people just persuade you away based off because of how they feel envious wise. Really, it's a lot of self-reflection and self-hating. If you, to be honest, that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? Again, I get hate, I get comments, and I don't do nothing to nobody. I don't make negative content. I don't. I don't do none of the typical shit that people want to see me do on this channel. But guess what? I still get hate. When you get into enough views on your channel, when you get into enough views on your channel, and you get into when you get into front of enough audience, people are going to find ways to not like you, to not like your takes, to not like what you have to say. And you just can't let that shit bother you, bro. You can't. It's just not, this is what comes with the territory when you're getting on YouTube, when you get in on any social platform. People gonna feel entitled to come in wherever they want, but let them. Who cares? I give you another example. Kaisenet, biggest streamer, right? Everybody loved him at first. As he begins to get bigger and bigger and being more successful, guess what? A lot of people started saying that they don't like him because he does this, he bags too much with subs, but y'all the one who enable certain aspects of what he does on his streams. And he told you, hey, y'all, this is what I do on my stream. If you don't like it, oh well, this is what I've been doing. Nothing's changed between my mafia thons, right? And I just have a problem with mostly the black community, because I gotta start saying something right here. Y'all might not like this take, but I don't care. I gotta say this, bro. We gotta start holding each other accountable when it comes to this black community. We too wishy-washy, and we stand on one business and then we stand off the business when it's time to stand on business, if that makes sense. How you gonna support a content creator and support black movement, but then you tear them down later on? I don't see any community do that but except for us, bro. I don't. And I don't know why we do that with each other when we really should be fucking with each other and really supporting. Now, if it's some weirdos and you're doing things that just completely not what we need to be supporting, then that's different. But why not support anybody who is black that is pushing to be great? And hear what I'm saying. Pushing to be great, to doing good stuff on their channels, doing good stuff on the platform, doing good things. Who are, you know what I'm saying? They have a message, they're inspiring, they create art, they're putting themselves out, just creating content for you guys to consume. Right? I ain't gonna front with y'all. Some days I don't be feeling like posting content on YouTube. Some days I do. Some days, I'm not fully inspired, but I found ways to try to still get up and make content on this channel, right? It's hard. It is. It's a hard aspect to do. YouTube is not an easy game, dude. Most people will look at my life or think they look at my life and they see whatever they see on the channel, whether it's based off the views or what content I'm making or just based off one video they watched of me, and automatically be like, oh, you suck. Dude, I got like over 1,000 videos, and a lot of my videos have over thousands of views on it. Over time, I've on this channel, kid you not, I have almost 2 million views on this channel. Almost 2 million views on this channel. You do the math. If that was all monetized, that's like 20 bands. 2 million views is almost like 20 bands that would have made on this channel, right? And so I'm going through a whole rebuilding phase. I'm doing things, restructuring it, so that way I can actually make this a maintainable business, right? Because I don't want to just do this half-assed. I don't want to just do this as a hobby. No. You know what I'm saying? I don't get why people feel some type of way because you're doing something for yourself and you're experimenting, you're trying, you're putting yourself out. that they have a problem with that and they want to lash out their opinions and say you suck, or they say something about you, which at the end of the day, like DDG says, it comes with territory. So if I'm getting hate, it means I'm just getting hate. And that means that I'm actually getting in front of enough folks, right? And I'm starting to make some motion, or however you want to say it. But I just don't get the people on here who feel so entitled to comment shit that doesn't matter, and they're gonna go on and live their life. And nothing I do impacts your life, bro. Nothing I do impacts your life, and nothing you say impacts my life. You go on and live your life after you comment, and I still gonna be up here creating content, and within 5 years later, down the road, I'll be a millionaire. 5 years down the road, I will be a millionaire because I'm putting myself out. I'm creating content. I'm being consistent. I'm staying creative. I'm finding ways to create repackaged content and making original content all the way down, stemming down. You know what I'm saying? Getting creative. I just literally bought me a piano over here that I'm about to start learning how to play piano. Getting in my comfort zone, learning new skill sets. Right? Making myself better. What I'm trying to say is people will come at you because you're trying to make your life better. But the difference is you're putting yourself on the camera. And they don't have themselves on the camera. So and then what's crazy is these guys, they have little side pictures that are like avatars that is not them. And they'll comment something and they have nothing of themselves online. That's the most pussy shit I've ever seen, bro. It's the most pussy shit I've ever seen. You telling me you have the balls to comment something behind the scenes, and I don't have nothing to see who you look like, nor what you do. Why would the fuck I give a care what you do, bro? Seriously. I don't care what you do. I don't care. You're nothing. You don't post nothing. You don't do nothing. We don't know who you are. I get thousands of views per day. Niggas got the nerves to talk shit, bro. I've been nice. I ain't gonna front with you guys. I've been really quiet and nice. And because I've kind of changed and altered my content, I've noticed some people who come in here, they don't know who I am. And that's cool. But you gonna know who I am, bro. You will know who I am. Guarantee within 2 years, you're gonna know who I am. And it's just me sticking with it and staying consistent. That's it.